To begin, a quote from Alfred Hitchcock. Let us suppose that there is a bomb underneath this table between us. Nothing happens, and then all of a sudden, a boom. There's an explosion. The public is surprised. But prior to this surprise, it has been an absolutely ordinary scene of no special consequence. Now let's take this same suspense situation. The bomb is underneath the table, and the public knows. In these conditions, the same innocuous conversation becomes fascinating because the public is participating in the secret, thus favoring the suspense of a moment over the shock value. Song Song Blue is a movie you would not expect to play around with and utilize both sides of this coin to great effect. Throughout the film, director Craig Brewer constructs the story in a manner that takes the movie's focus away from the Neil Diamond songs and creates great tension around the everyday lives of Mike and Claire. Brewer makes the audience aware of the ticking bomb in this movie early on. This allows him to introduce tensions at almost any moment throughout, creating this beautiful juxtaposition to the highs of the musical performances. This is not employed from the jump, as we are allowed to enjoy the assembly of thunder and lightning for the first 40 minutes, and then preceding the group's first rehearsal. That comfortability we've been enjoying is pulled out from under the audience. This sequence of events occurs in this fashion. The movie cuts to an AA meeting. Not the first time that the film has been in an AA meeting, as that is where the whole thing started. It starts with a high angle well above the circle of people, creating an uneasy feeling of separation, like we're observing this group of people we shouldn't be. There's a woman talking about your dreams in life dying, and the camera then cuts to Mike as this woman continues to say these things, that things often in life just don't work out. And then another cut to Mike as he's doing yard work at his house. The woman's voice continues to carry over this entire scene, and here the audience is presented with consecutive low angles of Mike, before cutting back to the AA meeting where the woman's face comes into focus, and we cut back to Mike again at a low angle in his yard as he's attempting to start his lawnmower, and his heart goes off. These low angles alienate us from Mike as we are forced to look up at this man who we have been watching rise as he's chasing his dream. But in this moment, his heart failing brings him back to earth and the audience, even giving the audience a shot of Mike's POV as he steadies himself. And as he rises, the dialogue from the AA continues as they say their closing prayer, and Mike gets back up and starts the lawnmower. And the film moves into Lightning and Thunder's first gig. We now know there is a bomb under the table that could go off at any moment and derail any scene. It's even better than the bomb because there is no countdown, but we know it's there and we know it's counting down. But for the next 20 minutes, again, it's all just up. It's a rise. It's fun to watch. It's enjoyable. As we wait for it to come crashing down due to his heart condition, we know it's coming. We're a year out from where the movie started, and he's filming his song for his 21st sober birthday because he won't be able to be there. This all is happening in one take, but the camera starts to move away from Mike, panning through the house to the front yard, out through their window. We see Claire out in the yard. The camera's still in the house looking out the front window. We see a car quickly approaching. Its noise grows and it increases in speed towards Claire. And then it hits Claire. This is a jaw-dropping moment when watching for the first time. This is an unexpected bomb. This is the bomb under the table going off without the audience being aware. The movie gets in a moment of immediate excitement and some ensuing chaos in the following scenes. And in those moments, in the chaos of the hospital, Brewer makes the audience believe it's all going to go up in flames. Only an hour in, as it seems, because his heart once again fails Mike And this time, he needs medical assistance from his stepdaughter to save him at the last second. As one bomb goes off, Claire's accident, and another comes close, Mike's heart. The fall is much greater than last time, as Mike and Claire only had the one bad gig, and then they proceeded to go up and up and up. But this time, these bombs have a more catastrophic effect. It's down, 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 until a moment of emotional catharsis. After almost 30 minutes of watching them just go down and down. And the beginning of the rise starts again. Claire rehabs from her injury and opiate addiction. The duo is invited to be counter-programming to a real Neil Diamond concert, and have even been asked by Neil Diamond to meet up after their respective concerts. As Mike, at the highest point of his life, is getting ready in the bathroom, that clock keeps ticking. A shot from behind where we see his face in the mirror. One of my favorite types of shots, by the way. And his heart goes off again as he recoils into the wall, grasping for life. He loses consciousness and falls forward as his head absolutely slams into the corner of the bathroom countertop, creating a significant head injury as we see blood on his scalp. But yet again, Mike gets back up. But you might notice a pattern beginning to emerge. Though a nice way to continue to build the tension around this bomb. The first heart failing moment, gets back up almost immediately and only ever falls to his knees. The second time, he does completely collapse and needs last second medical intervention to save his life. And this time, he's cracked his head open. It's typically only 3 strikes and you're out, so this may have been his last one he gets back up from. That final fall happens right before the biggest night of his career. With the head injury, the audience is fully put on notice, worrying that something is going to happen. The performance starts out like a dream, as they serenade the audience with Suleiman. But as the first song ends, Brewer drops the facade and makes it clear that this bomb he set up an hour and a half ago is finally about to go off. Mike falls to his knees and looks out to his stepdaughter. And from her POV, it seems like he says he needs help. Here we aren't sure if his heart is failing or if this is just something imaginative in the moment. But this is just where I was blown away by Brewer's construction of the film, as it made what could have been a beautiful, cathartic concert, one where I was watching it expecting Mike to drop dead at any moment. But he gets through the concert, and the highs come down for the movie and the audience. The next scene is of the Lightning and Thunder family in a car as they go to the location to meet Neil Diamond. We get close-ups of every member of this family one last time, except for the son who is already waiting for them. At this point, the audience starts to think he is going to get away with this. He might live through it. Then the music starts. Sweet Caroline, which has accounted for a good amount of runtime in this movie, starts playing. And as everyone exits the car, we see Mike one more time. As Claire asks him how he is, and he gives his classic response, "I'm huge." There's something off about his voice. It's holding on for dear life. And Claire exits the car to say hello to all the fans that are there. And when not followed by Mike, it's clear what has happened. His heart caught up to him, the bomb went off, and Mike has died. The ticking bomb finally went off, and this time the drama is not as heightened as the other 3 times. Brewer somehow manages to set off 2 bombs in this movie. One out of nowhere, complete shock and awe for 15 seconds. You're left in astonishment. The other ticking down for what feels like 3/4 of the movie, leading to a calmer explosion, one that is more subdued and not shock and awe, but that was stretched out for all it's worth and makes Song Sung Blue feel like a unique musical biopic.